Right, so Anthony, fight week is here. How are you feeling?
I feel absolutely fantastic.
Third world title shot. Is it going to be third time lucky?
I believe so. You know, I definitely believe so. The way everything's happened, you know, it's like I needed to be brave enough to collect that experience. But again, it's all talk. The only way to know for sure is on Saturday night, tune in and watch the show.
Do you believe in superstitions like that?
Yeah, to a certain extent. I'm more believing. It's not. I wouldn't say superstitions. I would say I'm more believing my own journey, just how everything's gone, my beliefs, things that I know. Yeah, I'm more believer in that.
Do you feel any different to how you felt on those past two fight weeks for a world title?
Yeah, I feel like once you've got certain experiences, you know, under your belt, I feel there's a lot of confidence to take from it. You know, it's like somebody saying, I'm gonna, you know, jump off a building and land it. Before they get up there, they can say anything they want. But then when they actually get there, you know, whether they got a parachute on or not, when they actually get up there, their legs might start shaking, you know, or they just can't jump, you know, or they might not land. They might not land on their feet. They might be brave enough to jump and they might not land on their feet. It's a weird analogy, but you know what I'm saying? You know, people can talk and say things, but you only know for sure once you've done it. And I'm that kind of person. I want to see the outcome in real life.
When you lost that fight to Beterbiev, does it feel impossible to picture yourself in this position again?
Absolutely not. The way my mindset is, and the way I feel like this is why I'm so excited about life. You know, I can't see a loss. I can't see a lesson or a learning procedure as a loss, especially coming from where I've come from. There's a saying, I've already won. It's just putting a stamp on it or making it better than it already is. Maybe if you grew up with me or you knew my life and how I've changed things around at a late age, yeah, I feel like that's why I'm so relaxed. You know, I'm such a relaxed person. I'm very confident, you know, in my abilities, and sky's the limit.
From the outside looking in, it does feel like it would be tough to come back from those kind of opportunities, both inside and outside the ring. Why are you different?
I feel like I'm different because the way I see life. I genuinely feel like that's why I'm different. That little bit of talent's in there as well. Because it's very rare you see someone come and, you know, get a world title shot early in their career, you know, bounce back, get another world title shot, to be worthy, you know, not just to get it, but to be worthy of a world title shot. And for the third time, you get called upon, you know, by the most powerful man in boxing right now, or the most powerful man involved in boxing right now. Turkey Al-Sheikh himself called upon me for this fight. I think there's a lot to take from that. You know, I think it shows other people that, you know, if you do take a loss within your boxing career, it's not the end, you know, because a lot of people are scared to lose. That's why they don't want to make certain fights. Me, I've shown time and time again, I'll fight absolutely anybody. There's not a man on this planet I'm fearful of, regardless, you know, if the odds are against me or whatever. And I've shown each time I'm getting better. And you know, you learn a lot about yourself. You know, your own capabilities when you're in certain positions, how you're going to react to them things. It's exciting times, man.
Is there a fight outside of the ring that has made you who you are today and given you that hunger?
A mix and match. I feel like a lot of my growing was done when I was growing up, you know, when I was young. Certain scenarios I was faced with, and just how I look at life. You know, I'm not religious at all, but I believe in God 100%, and how beautiful life is. I'm one of them people. You know, I actually see the beauty in life. you know, I actually see the beauty in taking a lesson. I promise you. I know it sounds crazy to other people. I feel like the only reason a lot of people, you know, can't bounce back from certain things is because they care too much about what people think. But really and truly, behind closed doors, we've all taken lessons. Some people are scared to be embarrassed. Some people are scared to, you know, let people down or whatever. But really and truly, if you're elevating in life, what's the problem? You know, in different ways, people go through trials and tribulations. And for me, my life has, you know, excelled in a positive way. So I'm always here to, you know, pay back God with the gratitude He's given me, opportunity He's given me, and that's to take on the challenges with, you know, both hands, give it my all, entertain myself and the fans. Because you know what? When you think about it, yeah, do you know how quick life goes? So quick. Like, I remember when I was a teenager, when I was just starting boxing, 19 years old. Now I'm 34. Been professional 10 years now, solid 10 years. That goes quick. So I'm so thankful that I've taken upon these opportunities, because my worst fear or a nightmare would have been for me is to look back and be like, oh my gosh, like, why didn't I take the opportunity? Imagine, what if? That's a fear of mine. So I'm happy.
Talking about tough moments, when you're in the ring, is there someone else's voice in your head other than your own?
No. When I'm in the boxing ring, I'm just literally trying to get the victory, you know, cancelling out any negativity, any doubts, having that dog, you know, in me, just knowing that, yeah, this situation is dog for dog. He's a dog, I'm a dog, we're going at it. Dog for dog. And it's entertaining, it's exciting. And yeah, I feel like beating someone like David Benavidez, what's better than Iceland? Ice cream. It's like having ice cream on top of a nice soft sponge cake. That's what it's like.
So let's say you're in a tough moment on Saturday, you're in the corner, you're not thinking of anything else. What are you thinking? How are you getting through that round?
So you saying that, yeah, it just this is what my mentality is like. It don't even cross my mind, because people can say whatever they want before the situation happens. They can say, if this happens, I'm going to do that. If that happens, I'm going to do this. It's just talk. Like, we've seen it time and time again. We've seen it with prospects, some prospects. When they get put in a certain situation, they crumble. Or some people, they get put in a certain situation and they, you know, exceed what everyone thought. We only know as boxing fans, and we only know as fighters, what's going to happen once it happens. So for me, I just focus on, you know, getting the victory, looking spectacular, you know, just having a perfect fight. That's all I visualize. And anything else, you deal with it when you're there, and then you actually know who you are as a person.
What about someone like Usyk? Do you remember when he was in a tough period against Fury and he kissed the cross and he came out and he won the fight? Do you not think he was thinking about something else in that moment?
In that moment, okay. So I feel like in that moment, I'll be honest with you, he was never in turmoil danger in any of the fights. It was just a good fight. I feel like he kissed across, you know, it's just his beliefs. I've done it before, mid-fight, in the ring, in the round, during the round. You know, I've, you know, kissed across, you know, for what I believe to be God in my head. It just depends on your beliefs or what you feel like you know in your head. And for what I feel like I know in my head is that God exists. I don't think God favors anybody. I feel like, you know, God gives you instructions. Go train. Do your rod. And then on the night, is what it is. That's why, you know, there's good people, there's bad people. Sometimes the bad person wins because they were more disciplined. Do you get what I'm saying? So for me, my beliefs are I'm going to win this fight. That's it. That's all I think about.
Fair enough. The man in your way, of course, is David Benavidez.
Yes.
A lot compared to your last 2 world title fights. Can you compare him to them, your opponents?
No. Everyone's different. You can't compare Kovalev to Beterbiev. You can't. The only comparison you can give them is that they came from the same school of boxing. And that's what the Eastern European, they got this, the way they move their feet, the things they learn from amateurs and things like that. But in terms of David Benavidez, they call him a Mexican monster because he's got a Mexican style mixed with, fast hands and, I don't think there's anyone like him in boxing. So you can't really compare. So again, we have to just see on the net.
Like you said, he is the Mexican monster. You're the lion. What does that mean for what we're going to see in the ring?
A collision. I feel like with this fight, a lot's going to play. A lot's going to come to the table in this fight. It could be one punch, And I thought that he knows it. The way he fights and the way he, intimidates his opponent, pushes them back, avoiding punches or whatever, he knows he can't be sloppy. So I'm sure he would have been working on certain mistakes he makes. I'm doing the same thing. But I feel like it's very exciting. It's a fan-friendly fight. For me, winning a fight like this it's emotional. I genuinely think that. And those that have known my journey, seen my journey, especially those that are close to me, I think it's going to be an emotional one.
Do you think winning that world title will almost feel like a relief in a way?
Of course. It don't matter when in your career, or when in my career I won a world title, but having been through everything I've been through, it makes it that much more emotional, that much more meaningful. Yeah, man, it's exciting.
All right, tell me what happens this Saturday.
This Saturday, we both get to the arena. You guys, the public, people in attendance, people watching on TV, put their TV on, get their snacks ready, popcorn, tea, biscuits, and enjoy the show. David
sent you a message. If you want to watch it, send back a response.
Yes. He knows what's coming from. I told him it's going to be a war. It's unfortunate he's going to have to go in there and sacrifice himself because, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to take his soul. That's exactly what I'm going to do.
I'm sure he believes it. I believe what I believe as well. My energy is the same, I respect him as a fighter. I feel like I'm more dangerous when I respect my opponent highly. I'll see you Saturday. And energy is the same. Bring your artillery. I'll bring my artillery. We're going to stand in the middle of the ring, Mexican style, and have a shootout.